Welcome back to the First Line Library. I'm Jordan, and today we're doing a mid-year freakout tag. Let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Can't believe we're halfway through the year already. It's just crazy and wild to think about. But I was recently just watching John over at Ramble Broadcasting, and he was doing a mid-year freakout, copying off of Murphy Napier, so I figured why not copy off of John. I took all the same questions as he had, so let's get into it. So starting off with best book I've read this year. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and go with Discovery. I haven't finished this book yet, but I just know this is going to be top 5 books of the year. It's just wild, kooky, and crazy. I love it so much already, and I cannot wait to finish it, and I cannot wait for them to get out the next book. So yeah, this is the best book I've read this year. Caveat, I have not finished it, but I know it's going to be. All right, so next is best sequel that I've read this year. Now, I've only finished one sequel, and I'm currently reading another sequel, but the one I finished was Weird Space 2, Dawn of the Warriors by A.M. Wiley. This was incredible. I was blessed to have an arc of this sent out to me early by the author. He graciously sent it to me, and I loved it so much. I just finally picked up my physical copy, and it's just wild. This book was so good, so good. Great for all ages if you love Star Wars, Indiana Jones, The Goonies, Stranger Things. I just love this book so much. All right, so the next one is a new release that I have not read yet. And this is a very, very new release, and this is Buffalo Hunter Hunter. This one I was eyeing when it was announced last year, and I could not wait to pick this up. I got a great deal for this. So this is going to be moving up my list very, very soon, and I cannot wait to get to this. All right, so the next one is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. To be honest, I don't really have one because I have not kept up too well with what's coming out the latter half of this year. The only one that I had my eye on was Buffalo Hunter Hunter for the beginning of the year. So I might have to check and see what's coming out. But really, I have so many series that I've started that I just need to get through. So yeah, I'll check it out and see what else is coming out this year. All right, so the next is the biggest disappointment that I've had this year. Now, I have not read a lot this year so far, not as much as I did last year around this time. I've done a lot of rereads and re-listens on audiobooks, but one of the earliest books I read this year was Elevation by Stephen King. I really enjoy Stephen King, but he can be hit or miss for me, and Elevation was a miss for me. Even though it was so short, I thought it was something that it wasn't, and it had some good moments in it, but overall, I just didn't really enjoy it. The payoff wasn't that great. So try out some other Stephen Kings. You can probably pass on Elevation, in my opinion. The next one is the biggest surprise this year. Now, this isn't really a surprise in the book that I read, but really a surprise from an author with one of their books. And that is going to be A.M. Wiley's Weird Space 2, Dawn of the Warriors. Again, like I said before, I got an early release of this, an art copy, and I got to do a review of it, to have it ready for the release. But when I finally got my copy, and he had emailed me about this, but when I finally saw my name in this book in the acknowledgement section, I just thought that was wild. I never in a million years did I think my name was going to be inside of a book. I just could not believe it. What a gift to be a part of the release of this. So thanks again, Andrew. Man, this was just crazy. Big surprise for me. All right, so the next one here is my favorite new author, whether it's a debut author or a new to me author. Right now, it's kind of a tie between John Gwynne and Christopher Rocchio. I started the Faithful and the Fallen series last year at the end of the year, and I started the Sun Eater series this year, and I've just been blown away by both of these authors. I am so excited to keep continuing both of their series. Yeah, just really incredible writers. I love them both so much right now. They're very equal as in my new favorite authors. So yeah, Christopher Rocchio and John Gwynne. All right, so the next one we have here is the newest fictional crush. Honestly, I don't really have one. This is not something that I really think about when reading books, so we're just going to quickly pass over this one. Next is newest favorite character. There's been a lot of good characters that I've read this year so far, but I think the one I relate to the most, the one I am really excited to see the journey of, is Corbin from The Faithful and the Fallen. Just I just love this character so much. Just seeing the growth of his character, I just really enjoy. Also, there's so many good characters in that series, but Corbin is probably one of my favorites. All right, so the next one here is a book that made me cry, and I'm gonna have to give it to John Gwynne again. This man pulls at the heartstrings so well. I'm only halfway through Valor right now, but between Malice and the first half of this book, man, many tears, let's just say that. All right, so moving on to the book that made me happy. I'm gonna have to give this to The Tower of Treasure, the first Hardy Boys book. This is just such a wholesome mystery book. I really enjoyed it. It's great for all ages. So I'm really excited to continue this series. It's a very long series, so it's probably going to take me quite some time. But these are just such wholesome books, no foul language or anything, nothing explicit in these. And, it just kind of warms the heart. All right, so this next one is the most beautiful book that you've purchased this year or received. I love buying books. I love buying first editions. I love cover art. So there's really too many to pick, but this year I picked up The Rune Lords and The Dark Beyond the Stars. These are by two of my favorite cover artists, and these are just such good covers. There's really nothing special about the edition of the book other than their first editions, but really for me it's the covers. I just love the artwork, and I can't get enough of it. So there you go. All right. The last here on the list is, what books do I need to read by the end of this year? Too many. There are so many books on my shelves that I need to read by the end of the year. It's not going to happen, and I know that, but really there's still too many to even pick. But I think the one book that I really want to get to by the end of this year, honestly as soon as possible, is Buffalo Hunter Hunter. I'm really, really excited about that book. So yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the mid-year Freakout tag. I'll post the questions down in the comments. I'm going to tag John from Rumble Broadcasting as well. Go check out his video. Go check out Murphy Napier's video as well. You might find some other people, some other booktubers have their own mid-year Freakout. Thanks again, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share this video out to your friends. All right, take care and God bless.